Here's your intro to the Overages business. By the end of this video, you're going to know about a business where you can make money from tax sale properties without ever buying a property, and where you can make life-changing money while helping people who lost their home to tax foreclosure. In this video, I'll show you how you'll make money from properties sold to other bidders at tax sales all across the country. You will learn how the most profitable and simplest thing you can do to make money at tax sale is never to buy a property. You're going to learn about millions of dollars sitting in government accounts right this minute, just waiting to be claimed, and how you can profit from that. You're going to discover an amazing and hidden niche business. You can start it as a side business, and you can even start it from home. It's a very profitable business and can empower you to escape the rat race, to save quickly for retirement, or even run it as a retired person so you have plenty of income to actually enjoy that retirement that you've earned. Tax sale overages are monies left over from a tax sale auction because the property sold for more than the past due real estate taxes. That's a very common situation, and often there are tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars left over to claim because the properties, especially the houses, go for far more than the taxes due. For example, look at this property at 31 Edmond Road. They owed $139,000 in taxes, but the property sold at tax foreclosure for $281,000. That leaves $141,559 left over. Or this condo at 4800 Hillcrest Lane, where they owed $13,000, but the property sold for $113,000, leaving almost $100,000 left over. Or this house at 62 High Ridge Road, where there's $322,411 left over. Former owners can claim the money, but they rarely do. Why? Because they have no idea there even could be any extra money. They think, well, the government sold my house, so the government keeps the money. One state study that studied the entire state shows this problem very clearly. The government collected $18,871,000 from tax sales, but returned only $7.3 million to former owners. That means 72% of the funds went unclaimed simply because the former owners didn't apply for the funds. So the state kept $11 million in unclaimed money, and that's typical. So little of the overages money is ever claimed. And the tragedy about this is that the former owners, well, they really need the money. They're so broke that they lost their home at tax foreclosure sale. That overages money represents equity in their house that they worked for years. The taxes were fully paid, so the former owners should get that extra money because it's rightfully theirs so that they can get restarted in life. And the government, well, they honestly do very little to help the people get the money. After all, why would they? If the money is not claimed, the government gets to keep the money. So the government has every incentive to do very little to nothing to notify a former owner about the money. And to be sure, they will give the money back if the former owner applies for it. They don't fight with the former owners about it. Just fill in the forms and apply, and the government hands over a check. But the problem is that former owners don't know about the money, and in order to get the money, they have to formally apply for it in writing. And the former owners, well, let's face it, they can't apply for funds that they don't know about. So as a result, there are hundreds of millions of dollars in overages money sitting right now in government accounts, just waiting to be claimed or kept by the government. And every day, there are 3,000 tax sales that are held, adding to the pot. And most of the time, that money simply goes unclaimed, and that is a tragedy. Here are a few examples of monies being held. The top 100 claims in this county, look at this, $5.7 million sitting there. And next, you're going to show the Orange County, Florida list, and then the Gwinnett County, Georgia list. As you can see, looking at these lists, there are many claims to make and millions of dollars being held. And every day, more sales happen and more monies are added to the list. And in this county, they let you know when someone is making a claim by highlighting it in yellow. And check this out. In this whole list, there's only one overage being claimed. So you can have a really profitable business helping get that overages money back to former owners. And the way it works is very simple. First, you get the lists of money being held, just like the ones I just showed you. Then you do some simple internet sleuthing to get the contact information for those former homeowners who were foreclosed. And then you reach out to the owners, typically by phone and by mail, letting them know this good news, that you found some money that they're eligible to claim, and asking if they want to work with you for a percentage of any money that you ultimately recover for them. And because the owners usually have no idea where the money is or how to claim it, they have a lot of incentive to work with you to get this windfall. And when they say yes, you send out the forms for them to sign, and once you receive those back, you put in the application for the funds with the county. You're going to then get a check from the agency that's holding the funds. You deposit it into your business account and then forward your client's portion onto them. And of course, you keep the agreed upon amount for your profits. I really like this business because I get a few things. First of all, I get to help people with money that they badly need when they thought they had lost everything. And I make a great living for myself and my family. It's a business you can easily do from home. No need for an office, as all the business is done over the phone, through the mail, and over the internet. The business can be started with a very modest investment for training and a few resources. And it can be a side business that you can do while you're working in a 9-to-5 type job. And then if you want, once you have the profits coming in from the overages business, you can leave your job without stressing about how you're going to afford your payments. I've taught people to do this who want to leave corporate America, people who want a job that they can do during their retirement years to be able to have a great retirement. Even if their retirement savings aren't enough for that, they can do this business in retirement and do really well. I've also taught people who want to build their savings quickly, maybe for retirement, or maybe simply to become debt-free and financially independent. And I've taught people who want to have a family business, as this is something very amenable to working from home with one family member maybe doing the research, another family member getting on the phone and reaching out to people. And it's a really nice feel-good business where you can do lots of good for people who need the help, and you make great money for yourself and your family. So if you're interested in learning how you can get involved with your own overages business, I have a free Overages Business intro class for you. Click on the link that you see now below in the description, the Bob's free class link, and there you can see my free in-depth presentation where I get into all the details and give you an opportunity to get involved in this really wonderful and profitable business. It's a pretty easy business to learn, and with it you have the potential to make great money, all while helping people who really need the help. And what could be better than that? So click on the link and I'll see you over the longer presentation. It's about 90 minutes, so it really gives me an opportunity to go into the details with you, and maybe you found just the thing you were looking for. This is Attorney Bob Diamond. Click on the link and I look forward to seeing you over at the longer training where we can really get into the nitty-gritty on this.